All right, good morning, everyone. Here we go. It's a new week. I am 34 minutes late. I'm aware, but we're here. We're here. I'm gonna get everything set up. Let me know what you guys are thinking for today. What you guys are thinking, and yeah, um, should be a good week. Let me put my phone into the right focus mode. I'm gonna put it up here. All right. But yeah, good morning. What are you guys thinking so far for today? Um, yeah, we're gonna get into the flow here. So today, as you guys know, or as the plan is that I'm going to basically trade with real live funds, uh, well, I was gonna say once a week, but technically I can do it like more than once. I can keep going until I lose, right? If I lose, then I'm gonna simulate my live trading for the rest of the week. Okay, so but I'm gonna start that as the first day I can trade with live funds being Tuesday. So I'm not gonna trade with live funds today. I'm gonna trade with live funds tomorrow, most likely, unless I don't take a trade, and then it could be Wednesday or Thursday. But yeah, we're gonna be on the simulated live account today, so I'm gonna simulate my live trading, and yeah, here we go. Should be good. So, let's get out everything that we need to get out. So, yeah. So the left hand side is gonna be for split screen for Tradeovate and for SMT for SMTs. So let me get that out. And I have a new setup now, so I have another screen, and I might make a video where I show you guys later, but oh my gosh. So yeah, just getting everything set up right now. Obviously, every day I'm going to be working to be more consistent. And boom. Okay. Alright, got this account up over here. Now I'm going to make sure that this is set up correctly, so I want to make sure we're on the simulated real account. Perfect. Okay. Then I'll get my paper trading account over here. And then SB Pro X. Alright, cool. I'm basically set up now. So now let's go ahead and look at Forex Factory and Discord. I'm looking at, this isn't set up properly. Why is it not showing the dividers for the sessions? Okay, I don't know why that's not set up correctly. I think I'll just get rid of the dividers then, because I don't know. Alright. So I ended up just getting rid of the dividers right now because I don't have it set up properly. Alright, hang on, I'm still getting set up. Alright. What are you guys thinking for today? Let me know. I want to hear your thoughts. So we're going to go top down. Okay. I keep clicking the wrong thing. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go top down here. Well, there's not much to look at on the higher time frame, in all honesty. What up, Slimy? Good to see you, man. So yeah, we're gonna go top down. I'm still figuring out how I want to set up this screen, so this is just like a work in progress, right? I want like this to maybe show so I can see SMTs easier, but I don't know for sure yet. So anyway, so this is a work in progress screen. But yeah, we don't have a ton of time, so I think we'll just, and especially because we're already at all time highs, I think I might just start out on like the hourly or the 4 hour and then go from there. And I have a screen just for SB Pro now. You're in longs? Nice. So I have a screen just for SB Pro now, which is honestly super helpful. So wow. What on earth? There was on that dump, there were tons of people liquidated. I'll have to show you guys in a second. Like, it makes the graph. It doesn't even fit on the graph anymore. That's how many people were liquidated. Okay. You entered M&Q at 29,287.75. Nice. All right. So, we're gonna get started with this analysis. So, May 11th, 2026. Let's check Forex Factory. No news. Red folder announcement from 50 minutes ago or so. Alright. So, let's go ahead and post the news for today. I'm not sure if that's how I want to have the other screen yet. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, let's just start out probably on like the hourly chart. We're in just a giant consolidation here. There's bearish SMT there. And yeah, it's nice. Honestly, it's nice to just manually look for the SMTs because I don't know. I just think it's important to, because my indicator's not going to catch everything. So yeah, a ton of liquidate. So basically, on this dump here, there's so many liquidations on SB Pro that it went off. Like, so many shorts got wrecked that it's like off the chart. So yeah, since I don't have a ton of time, I'm gonna start out on the hourly or around or 4 hour or something like that. So yeah, 1 hour chart. I guess there's bearish SMT there, and then there's bearish SMT here. So yeah, we got stacked bearish SMTs here. We got a breaker. Okay, so we ended up sweeping out. We got SMT with Asia high. 6 hour SMT with London high. Yeah, that is actually a 6 hour SMT. So okay. Yeah, we'll get in the flow. We will. So, bang. Alright, I'll be right back. We will get into the flow. I'm not worried. It's a little. I'm a little slow. Like I'm a little slow to get started right now, but I'll get in the flow. I'll get there. We just got a 5-second outside bar. Might end up just being a 30-second or 1-minute bearish outside bar. Okay. Yeah, so there's bearish SMT here. We efficiently delivered this breaker. Yeah, I think I'm fine to go to lower time frame, honestly. I think this could be high resistant. Now we're starting to get in the flow. Okay. All right. I'm actually liking this. Okay, I'm starting to get in the flow. Right, bearish SMT. Yeah, I'm starting to like this now. Starting to get a little bit more in the flow. And you have a Reaper gap there. Ooh. There you go. Yeah, I was right. So then you have, I guess, a sweep into that. What's down there? You know, it's just also it's a Monday, so now could it end up being low resistant? Yeah, but I think we're gonna have to go to an unmitigated gap, the nearest unmitigated gap, or maybe just maybe a reused gap. Maybe we reuse this gap here. Either way, it could be low resistant. It might. So I guess let's mark out this 15-minute gap. We might reuse this for the 4th time. That actually would make a lot of sense. That's honestly probably what I'll look for. And then maybe bullish SMT. Yeah. So I definitely would want to see efficient delivery of this. Whoa. Whoa, the market just opened. Wow. That was nuts. Okay. Oh, there you go. Yeah, ended up being low resistant. You're up 400. Hey, there you go. I think we got bullish SMT. Yeah, we did. Kinda. Yeah, we did. No, we did. We did. That's a big reason why. Well, I don't really know what I was supposed to do there. Hmm. It's all good. We'll probably reclaim this. Why don't you trade price action? What? What kind of question is that? I trade price action. What? What do you mean? My guess is we use this. Wow, what? Why is the 1 second chart so clean? This is the cleanest I've ever seen a 1 second chart. It's looking like you are trading ICT. What? What ICT is price action? I don't know what you're talking about. What? I'm trading the chart. I'm trading ice. I'm trading. I don't understand what you're asking, honestly, like at all. This is just I'm just trading understanding of uh, liquidity AMD and then getting on side with it. Let's just get to the lower time frame chart because yeah, I mean, how long have you been trading? I've been trading like 30, 32, 33 months. Just got an outside bar, so that could deliver us up. But how long have you been trading? I would probably say your best chance for a trade, if it were to happen, is if we came back and reused this Reaper imbalance here. That's the only way. Nice. Hey, what up, Hyper? You take any trades? Longs were nice. Longs were very nice. Best chance for setup will be low time frame, like outside bar or pin bar off of this. So we just got an alert for it wasn't for news, it was just the dodgy indicator going off. I need to clean up my templates because, yeah. We obviously didn't really use this, so this one might be better. Okay. What are you guys thinking? Why am I sweating? It's not. I'm not even trading on my. I'm not even trading live funds. I'm just watching. I haven't done anything. Okay, so this right here. Where's the new day opening gap? Any new day opening gap? New week opening gaps? You're getting a 30-second inversion off of this. I mean, there's no internal liquidity sweep, nothing, so it's like, doesn't mean a ton. See, called it. Okay. Oh wow, we had a big reason for why we went lower is we had just a lot of absorption market buyers. Seems like now we're getting some absorption to the downside. Maybe some trapped shorts. It's possible. You have an external gap here. But this is an outside bar, so this 15-second outside bar could work. It obviously is working, but you're not going to take no live trades. I am taking live trades, but I'm taking them. I'm simulating them right now. I'll be trading live funds starting on Tuesday. That's basically just, I don't know. It's a way for me to manage my, so I don't overtrade with too much. It's a way for me to manage the what's the word? Not trading with live, not losing too much live funds, you know. So this outside bar happened on the 15-second. Yeah, but I am trading live. Like this is a real trading session. Like everything I take for real is gonna be I'm gonna be journaling it as if it was a completely real trade. So just keep that in mind, right? This is actually pretty nice. I'll definitely try this on Sim. I mean, on my burner account. But part of me thinks we could just end up going down to go sweep this low again. So that's my issue, right? So, so yeah, not taking anything here for real. So, well, that didn't work out on the burner account, which I don't really care. So, once again, I didn't think it was that great. I'm just kind of really trying to be patient here. Okay, now we're back in this gap on the 32nd. Yeah, this definitely might play out. But time and price might not be aligned yet, right? Or it might be. Okay, 15-second outside bar looks really clean. You're scaling in longs. Yeah, I just don't necessarily think we might need to sweep this low again. We'll see. Nothing good to take for real, really. So how are we looking at with absorption? We're definitely getting a lot of whales that are selling into this, so that could be bullish. And we did have a lot of absorption. We got an outside bar here. Oh, you entered in on this BPR. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty nice. $30 outside bar is pretty clean. I think this is probably pretty good, honestly. Meaning of BPR, um, overlapping fair value gaps. So in this case, we have a fair value gap on the sell side, a fair value gap on the buy side. The overlapping area is BPR. Kind of feels like a 2022 model here on the 15-second, with this being a 2022 gap. And yeah, this will probably just continue us up all the way. So yeah, the alt account, I took it on the alt account. It's printing right now. So can you explain me rejection block and breaker block? I've been struggling to identify those. Rejection block's just a wick. Like this is a rejection block right here, okay? That's a rejection block. Breaker block is like the highest series of up close candles or the lowest series of down close candles. For instance, this would be here. Let me try and find a better example. Like that could be a breaker block. It's like the series of up close candles prior to the move lower and then expansion. So how do we know that will work or not? based off of your own your experience and chart time, you have to back test. It takes time. Not all rejection blocks are gonna work. Not all breaker blocks are gonna work. You have to understand the context. That's where the skill of trading really starts to show up. Is you have to really actually back test and know what signatures and price are stronger than others. It takes a long time. So we might come back down. I'm not saying I'm definitely not saying we can't. We definitely can, but it's probably just really bullish. We're generating liquidity here, going into the macro. Yeah, this outside bar is probably going to deliver us to run this. Nope, it didn't. I was wrong about that, but that's, I mean, hey. Hold until buy side, yeah, we're probably going to go hit that, the buy side there. Like I said, I'm wrong all the time, guys. But I do think we'll go higher, like... Wait, I forgot to check for first position for value gap. This trade from down here is up like, I don't even know, like a lot. It's up a lot. Okay, let's look for the first center for value gap. Okay, so this actually makes a lot of sense. By the way, if you're wondering what this is a Reaper gap down. So the trade that I took on the burner account from all the way down there, it was the what was it? It was there was an outside bar. I think it was this, right? Or was it? Let me look. I think it was on the 32nd. I'll have to go back and look at it. So this right here is a Reaper gap, right? Because it's a series of up close candles prior to well, I would consider this whole thing, this move up from swing low to swing high, I would consider that a breaker. So this imbalance and discount is a Reaper gap. So I consider that a really strong key level. So low, high, lower, low, higher, high, imbalance and discount. So now, I think with these areas overlapping, it will provide a good area for longs. We have the first center for value gap here as well. So we might get first strike to the upside, honestly. Yeah. We get an absorption. Yeah, we're getting some definitely a lot of sellers, market sells into this low here. I think this is probably gonna be the low. Do we got SMT? We do. We do have SMT. Okay. All right. This is looking really nice for longs. We got an external gap, but this definitely could work out. But I think you'd want to wait for the external gap to not be there. But this could work out. Has the potential to. The problem is there's an external gap. We still got SMT with that low. We might need another internal sweep here. We're in the macro. We got another SMT. Yeah, kinda. We did get some more market sells, some whales that were stuck here, so those whales might be trapped. We might actually want to look at this. Do we got SMT with that low? We're souping midnight open. Yeah, this is kind of nice. Pin bar off of this, but if it needs to form a pin bar. Okay, maybe. So this is a seal of FA, I think. Nope, just regular hand of FA. But that could play out. Also might not. Alright. I kind of have to use the bathroom. Eventually, I think we'll go up. That's the thing. That's why I'm watching longs. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Guys, this is nice. We have that Reaper gap. Now we have internal and external sweeps. And that's totally valid, Hyper. Just be done for the day. Looks like we've utilized the rejection block. This could be where we reverse. Five-minute Bissy. Let's see what Hyper's looking at. We just took the 90-minute true open. That's honestly probably what was needed. So now it's 10 a.m. So honestly, I would expect us to reverse probably now. We just took 90-minute true open. We got many SMTs. Okay. All right. Oh, I should not have taken that.
Order filled.
it's hard when it doesn't really close correctly. It's like but the thing is the 15-second closed fine, so I guess I'll just still take it. But the reason is I really like the soup of the 90-minute true open, so this I meant to take it like this is really what I meant to take it as. But 10 a.m. is gonna reverse. I think that's the main argument for this trade is 10 a.m. is gonna reverse. So I'm looking at this in 15-second inversion, and I'm like, okay, that's now the 1 minute, the 30-second inversion. It was gonna be good, but then we closed too high, and I knew at that moment I messed up. But the 15-second is really nice, so I'm just gonna have it be the 15-second version. Is gonna be the what this trade is. So. Yeah, 10 a.m. just very likely to reverse here, so yeah. So now we've finally broken that high. So I meant to take it like this. Obviously I messed this up. Not not the prettiest execution. I'll say that. Ugh. Now, we might need to be concerned that there's external gaps and stuff, but we souped the 90-minute open, so it's like, and it's just higher time frames, just super bullish. So I'm just like, 10 a.m. reversal. I'd put the cards on 10 a.m. reverses price, but that's just me, right? Now, once again, we have an unmitigated external gap here. Honestly, might not be worth it to be in this, and I think maybe we'll just go break even at this point because unmitigated external gap, if we reject it, then we're gonna reject it. So I'm gonna go break even on this, and if I get break evened out, then it's fine. But I'm very possibly gonna get break evened out here. But the reason is because it's an unmitigated. It hasn't been used yet. That's what unmitigated means. So if the market wants to reject this gap, now it's a discount gap. That's the issue, right? It's a discount fair value gap. So that's a big reason for why this gap is kind of struggling to reject prices. It's in discount of this leg. We should at least go to the premium fair value gap. I would say before before delivering back down. Now we're coming up to the, so once again, this premium gap has a more like higher probability to reject price because it's in premium. Okay. So we'll see, but once again, I'm gonna be just holding back to all-time highs because I just know these markets and they tend to reverse at 10 a.m. and then just go back to all-time highs. So, but if the market does reverse, it's probably gonna be off of this unmitigated gap in premium. Now, I obviously messed up the entry like really badly, and I took the trade incorrectly. If the 30-second closed lower, then it would have been a valid entry, but it closed way too high. The 30-second closed way too high. Luckily, the 15-second was still valid, so I'm just gonna consider this. I took it as a 15-second inversion with a late entry. That's how I'm gonna just consider it. Obviously, that is not a great way to have taken the trade, is a 15-second IFG with a late entry, but hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's just gonna be how I'm gonna journal it, because the 30-second is just not valid at all. The 30-second would have been valid if it closed lower, but it's hard. It's hard to make that correct decision in a moment's notice. I'm just being so for real. This is the reality of trading. So. And this is where your Khufu stack type stuff comes in handy, because if you're right and you go break even and then you go enter again and you go break even, you end up turning a trade that is maybe normally like 5 or 6R, you end up turning it into a 10R, which is just beautiful, right? So that's the nice thing about Khufu stack, I would say. Once again, I definitely messed up the entry, but it is what it is. Now you're looking at something like this, where you're looking at this Reaper imbalance, and I'm curious to see, does the market like get a pin bar off of this? Looks like we will. So very likely this is gonna just expand price super aggressively. Now that did not form as a pin bar, so I would say, okay, that's not valid, right? If this one forms as a pin bar, then it would be. Yeah, I'm still in it. So I'm trying the seal of FA on the other account, okay? I'm trying it on the burner account, but we just got a pin bar off of that Reaper gap. So I'm trying the seal of FA on a different account. But yeah, I'm still in it, for sure. It could break even me, but if so, then it's fine. I don't really care. Once again, much more likely to, and that failed. The seal of FA failed. I don't really care. It's fine. So, if there is a point where we're going to get rejected by price, it's going to be this 5-minute unmitigated gap, okay? That's just what I'm just being so for real. Now, we've inversed it, okay? We've actually inversed the 5-minute gap. So, sheesh, okay. We inversed the 5-minute gap. That is a really good sign, and now we're back testing it and backfilling it. And now, so with that in mind, we're getting a 15-second change in state here. That definitely could deliver us up, right? So we backfilled the inversion, and then we got change in state up, okay? And we're below the true opens. So the market could reward this type of trade here. Now, might need internal sweep, right? Because there's equal lows. So this is probably a lot more reasonable to take. So yeah, you can see there you go. That ended up needing an internal sweep and then a 5-second outside bar, and then you can see now at that point, it's rewarding that patience for anyone who was able to wait for that. Now, it might stop me at a break even here. It definitely might. Hey, now it came down to this imbalance and discount, and this imbalance and discount might, looks like this might, what was this, a pin bar off of this, so this one might be better. Once again, all these longs were too early, but now it's like it might deliver us higher off of this. Okay. Yeah. And this is just the way the market just. This is the way the market makes sure everyone loses. It's because it's so tricky. It waits even when you think that's the internal sweep. No, it really wants to sweep these lows too, and it's like it's not easy. But once again, the 5 minute had inversed, so it's like, or no, the 3 minute had inverse, so it's like, was it the 3 minute or the four? Oh, it was the 4 minute. Ew. I did not. That's kind of weird. I wasn't. I thought that was the 3 minute. But anyway, the 4 minute inverse. So it's like, it looks strong. Now, once again, you're looking at another 1 minute unmitigated gap. This is the scary reality is we do need to break this. And if we don't break this unmitigated gap, then market's not going to go through. But if we do, then we will, okay? And you're looking at if this inverses, we'll probably continue up as well, right? So this would be a good place to Kufu stack, meaning pyramid entry and then trail up, I would say. Because this is a good inversion right here, so this should deliver us up. We might be seeking for this. So you can see went down, took that out. Now this could be the final push to take us up. very simple market maker buy model here. It wasn't really tricky. It wasn't really trying to overcomplicate. It just said, hey, I'm gonna seek out the 90-minute true open. I'm gonna get SMT with it, and then at 10 a.m. I'm gonna reverse, and then become a market maker buy model. So unless this stays high resistant, which it might, but if not, then this should just be a clean market maker buy model, and then we should deliver up to this high. So here's your Reaper gap. Here's your first stage distribution off this 2022 model with inversion for value gap, and then you have a second stage distribution off the Reaper, and this whole thing is a breaker. We soup this 90-minute true open here. Okay. Now we're very, very close to TP on the simulated live. Once again, it could stay high resistant. Hopefully you guys see the buy model here, right? Like, it's pretty clear. Accumulation, manipulation below our 90-minute true open, and then use of that 5-minute BISI. Then we got an inversion for value gap on the 15-second. We reclaimed it, backfilled it, efficiently backfilled it. Hopefully you guys can see that. And it's also a 2022 model. Why? Because it's a fair value gap as well, specifically a BPR, balanced price range. We come down to most likely equilibrium or to the 0.705. So, or OTE. In this case, it was OTE. See that? So now, I would say the second that we get a convincing outside bar, the market's going to push for all-time highs. That's what I would assume here, because it's looking very low resistance. It is not looking high resistance. And a lot of time, you really have to be aware of the conditions. You really do, because there will be days that should look exactly like today. I'm telling you, you will have many days that will be exactly like today, where this won't be low resistance, and this won't be low resistance, and this will be high resistance, and will reject this unmitigated SIBI. There'll be so many days like that, and so you guys really have to be careful in thinking that all days are gonna be these simple market maker buy models back to all-time highs, because they won't. Not all days will be those simple market maker buy models. Sometimes they'll be high resistant here, and will reject this unmitigated SIBI, and then we'll go fall. But in this case, it looks like it is going to be low resistance, and our initial idea of that inversion down there was correct. So I'm still in this from all the way down there. This point, I would say it's pretty likely that we should continue to expand back up to all-time highs. This isn't even a fair value gap to reject. I guess it is kind of, but I think if it was gonna reject a gap, it would have rejected this one. we want to see if we reclaim this inversion. We might just soup this and go higher. We'll see. Yeah, that one's gonna be nice as well. Another good place to pyramid if you wanted to. But hey, this actually might fail. But I think this would be solid, you know? I think it was seeking out this 90-minute true open. I mean, the 22.5-minute true open. Well, I guess it was right there, so didn't really have much to seek out. It might be seeking the equal lows. Wow, the outside bar is not playing out. Dang. Alright, this one might be what does the trick. We'll see. It's forming the typical retail wedge pattern, right? Wow, it's really having some issues. It could end up delivering lower here, just based off of that sweep and displacement. It's gonna break even me out.
Stop filled.
Dang. Okay. I think I'm gonna be done. I know I'm supposed to keep the stream going, but I'm just getting kind of exhausted, and I don't want to take another trade. So, and yeah, I took a lot of trades on the burners that did not work. Just so you guys are fully aware, full transparency that there were just a lot of trades on these accounts, burner accounts that did not work, and I don't know. Sometimes more trading is not better. Sometimes less is better. So, okay, I'm gonna be done. What's going on? Like, what do you mean? Just in general? I don't know. I'm just tired. Like, it's just exhausting. Like, we were so right, and then we hit that high, and then it came all the way back down. Um, but yeah, I would say this idea was completely correct. It's just sometimes you're gonna end up taking a high like this, and that is gonna be the end of the low resistant liquidity run instead of all time highs, right? And that happens sometimes. So, but yeah, I'm just kind of tired, and I kind of want to just end the stream now. I could keep it going. Probably should. I'm supposed to, but wouldn't be surprised if we end up with some kind of rejection block type thing at these lows. Should I keep trading, guys? What's that? True month open. Hey, there you go. I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm just kind of tired. It's interesting. We really didn't have a ton of absorption at the highs. Um, it's a little surprising. We just got a ton of absorption at the lows there with a whale that just got sucked, that just got trapped right there of 64. Yeah, I think actually this left hand screen, the way that I have it, I actually don't like it like that because it's not. There's just too much going on. I think it's better for me to just have. So this is my left hand screen right now. I think this is just too much going on. I think it's better for me to do just Nasdaq, and then just have all the true opens. I think this is a little nicer. So this, this could definitely just be textbook where we accumulate, manipulate, and then we distribute. Right, this is like a change in state of delivery type trade. This is Hydra would take something like this, I would think. 1 minute change state. We're utilizing this breaker here. Okay. But we've finally swept out all the lows. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the true opens on the other screen. Yeah, we had a whale that got trapped at the low 64 cons. I think we had a ton of absorption. Yes, we did. And then we had even more absorption here. So we're probably getting this as a reversal. Maybe we need to sweep those lows, maybe not. I don't know. Basically V-shaped recovery here. Yeah, this will probably reverse here. Oh, where's the first center for value up again? We might reuse that. Is it possible we would reuse it for shorts? I don't know. But I think at this point now the buy model is getting to be the point where, or it might be the point where this is the real buy model, right? Now you have an outside bar here. Looks like we're starting to use the first center for value gap, even though we haven't. Like, look, we filled the bottom of it, right? This is interesting. All-time high, one more time. Yeah, maybe. We're just gonna have to see how we respond to this first presenter for value gap and if we continue or not. I almost wonder, guys. So, right here's the first presenter for value gap. This might be first strike, I guess. Yeah, I think that was a good idea um, to get rid of the extra stuff on the other screen because I thought it was a good idea to look at all three assets at once for S&Ts, but I definitely am having second thoughts. I think that is just too much information on there. Yeah, it looks like this is possibly going to be first strike here. Yeah, it's important for me to show up the full live trading window. Even when I don't want to, I should, you know? So I'll just stay on the full window, even though I don't want to. I think it's important. Even when I'm tired and don't want to, I should. Yeah, I mean, if you like this version of First Strike, there's this. I'm kind of wondering, are we going to come back down and sweep the low and then go up? That could be bearish, honestly. Because that just got changed in state there. That really might be bearish because that is a first strike to the downside. But in general, it's looking more bullish. No internal sweep is the other issue with that. Yeah, we swept out all the lows. It looks like there's more buy limits than sell limits. So macro time is right now, so maybe we will do this. Okay, this would be interesting. Right at the start of the macro, we whip out all the lows, and then get change in state up. This is a macro time. I mean, we're going off of, this is off of CE. I don't know if, I kind of want to see us come down all the way. $30 outside bar. That actually is not bad. Problem is I kind of feel like we need to come down efficiently. Take this. I am getting really tired, guys. But this is the macro, so we'll see. 20 minutes left. tired. I'm gonna go take a little break. Hey, there it is. Heading up. Heading up to Ultimized. There you go. Well, this idea did not happen. Just kind of cut right through. So... pretty likely at this point that this, like, we're gonna go higher now that we've inversed this. So maybe look for this balanced price range here. And then continuation off of this, maybe this. Let's see if that gets used. Market has expanded. Wait for shorts. Yeah, it might be. It might give shorts. There's a bearish SMT, so you could have a point. It might just be high resistant again. SMT with a rejection block there. That imbalance looks interesting. I might try to trade off of this Reaper imbalance if we get it. Could be like internal sweep and then expansion. And then soup of we have true session open, so it's 7:30 is right there. So we might soup 7:30. So what I'm thinking is like this. Internal sweep and then outside bar. Maybe with SMT as well. It might end up doing something like this, like a fake out one, and then a real one. Like something like that could happen. I might try something here. We'll see. Just kind of depends. We need to take 7:30 though. If I was to would be to consider anything. We also need to take these equal lows probably. Then again, it might just go up here. It could. Yeah, I think it could have a fake out thing, and then we go lower again. But it might not. this is starting to seem more convincing that it's maybe gonna go up. Thought we would soup 730. Maybe we still will. One minute external gap. Who knows? Maybe this is actually a bearish 2022 model. We go lower. Yeah, that idea ended up playing out. We efficiently delivered the Reaper gap. Oh, we got an outside bar there. That's pretty nice. The 1 minute inverse there. That is pretty clean, honestly. We have a pin bar off the Reaper as well. I didn't see that either. So we got a change in state. Maybe we use this. Thing is, there's no internal sweep. We got a change in state here. Yeah, this is interesting right here. I find this one to be very fascinating. This change in state off the Reaper. So, time and price are fractal. Doesn't matter. I think this will run us up to all-time highs. this is looking like a propulsion block, order block, propulsion block, and then boom. There you go. There's Reaper Abyss playing out. Now, who knows? It might not end up being low resistant. We'll see. But if it is, then this will probably play out, and then I guess we'll just go up from there. It might take the lows though. It might. I actually kind of think this is a propulsion block to the downside. Wait, actually, I think that's 100% right. And then we got change in state to the downside here. Oh yeah, this is pretty likely, I would say. There we go. That actually makes a lot of sense. Glad I realized that. Thanks, Namir. Appreciate it, man. I almost took this for real. My brain was like, this is pretty good. This is actually, I almost took this for real, but it was against my bias, so that's why I didn't. But I was like, dude, this is actually not bad. I remember my brain was like, wait a sec, yo, this actually this actually is clean. My brain knew it immediately right when I saw it. I was like, wait. Good thing I realized. What up, FA? You bias bullish, or you are you bearish? Are you bullish? What are you thinking? Probably. Where's POC? Let's check. I'll probably run down to this low then. Or at least the equal lows. You're bearish but not short term. Makes sense. I'd say 369 would be where you would take profit on that trade. Alright, so that would have hit TP. Because that's the equal lows, so once again, I'm still bullish, honestly. I think this could turn low resistant. But yeah, that would be where you would TP. That was textbook. Trading oil? Nice. Oh, it's past the end of the live trading window. I can be done. Okay. Alright, guys. I'm going to be done. Took one break-even trade. And you know what? It is what it is. This is going to be... This outside bar very well likely could just bring us up. Back up to all-time highs. Would not be surprised. But yeah, I'm gonna be done. I'm not taking any more trades for real. I took one break even, and that's that. So, yeah, I like that outside bar. Yeah, I could definitely see that running us back up to all-time highs. So, cool. Well, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be done. So. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Whoever stayed every day, we're just getting a little better. Whoops. Learning and getting a little better and showing up. And I'll see you guys tomorrow where I will be trading for real. Live money. So, hopefully I don't screw it up. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.